Honey, is it on? Is it on? Is this thing recording? This is your girl, TS Madison, coming to you loud, live, and always and forever from the Outlaws podcast with TS Madison. And today, I'm sitting here with stylist superstar, friend, supporter, friend for a very long time, Ty Hunter. Ty.
Yes.
You know I love you.
You know I love you down.
To the floor. And it's just like, I wanted you on the podcast because not only, you have such an amazing journey. You got an amazing journey, you got an amazing story. But the way that we're going to start out here is we're going to start out, because I like to get people to come sit in the chair. And I know that you're very humble. You walk in humility. You walk in humbleness. You walk in and you're quiet, like you are a silent assassin, I believe. But now, when we open at the top of the show, we open with talk your shit.
Mm-hmm.
And when I ask people to talk their shit, usually people come here and they're like, I don't want to brag on myself. I don't want this. I think it's because a lot of times we've been taught as people, especially people of color, slow down, be humble, stay humble.
Mm-hmm.
This ain't the time for this.
Okay.
This ain't the time for you to be humble.
Okay.
I want you to look in that camera and speak speak into this microphone and tell the people like who you are, what you do, what you're proud of. This is your time to shine. So I don't want you to hold back. I want you to talk about your books, your awards, the Ty Light. I want you to talk about how you worked in the medical field as working on hearts. And I want you to just speak from the top. Put all that humble stuff to the side and just let a bitch know.
Y'all gonna add a couple of more hours to this episode?
Yes!
Because I can't crunch it all in one.
Well, grab them and squeeze them as hard as you can until they bust.
I'm Ty Hunter. You guys know me from styling the great Beyonce. I started in Destiny's Child. I started with Destiny's Child in 1999. I originally worked on heart valves because you said that. I lived in Austin, Texas. I worked on heart valves. And I was making really good money. And one of the guys that worked everybody's overtime, he was there the whole time. He's like, I'll take your overtime. He worked for many years because his dream was to just retire and live his life. Well, we had the party for the guy, the retirement party, and he died like a couple of days later. And so with that happening, it kind of messed me up. And then my friend, I was getting dressed with one of my friends and I found out he had a heart valve and my numbers went down because it was my best friend. And he didn't tell me. I'm working at this place. He didn't tell me he had a heart valve. And so I just became very depressed at this place. And I make good money. And I called my cousin who lived in Houston, Texas. And I was like, I want to come. I just need a moment. So I lied to my boss. And I told my boss that I was going, we were having family issues and stuff. And I just made up a lie. I'm sorry, sir, but I lied. And I called my cousin and I was like, can I come stay with you for a couple of weeks? And he was like, come down. And I got to Houston and I was like, I'm not leaving Houston. Like, Houston is where it's at. And so I started really learning more about myself and becoming, because my mom is the best mother on the earth and she took good care of me. But I was like, I'm not going to be an adult unless I break away. So I moved to Houston and I started doing window dressing and visuals in Houston. And that's where I met Miss Tina. And the girls had No on the radio at the time. And so I met Miss Tina like 99, early 99. And the girls started blowing up. They had No on the radio. And then before you know it, when Independent Women dropped, is where Miss Tina was like, I need help. And she saw me, all the girls, I met them individually, except for Beyonce. Solange was a little kid. I met Kelly, Michelle, everybody. And Miss Tina came in one day and she saw the Destiny's Child actually came in the store. I was working at Bebe at the time. And Bebe back then was the place.
Yes.
Some of y'all probably still got those rhinestone t-shirts
yes.
in the drawer. So Miss Tina came in and she saw that I knew each girl individually. And she was like, I'm going to get you out of here one day. And she don't know, but I was dating this guy at the time and he was strung out on drugs and gave the drug dealer my car, and it was like madness. I was catch the bus to work. riding a bike to work. I was just at the lowest point in my life. And I had a day off because I was working 2 jobs and I had a day off. And I called her and I was like, Miss Tina, I needed that day off, but I was like, Miss Tina, I'm just calling to see if you need help today. And she was like, yes, baby, I need help. Can you meet me here? And I met her and I immediately started working on the Grammys and the Survivor video.
Wow.
But I worked with her for like a year of her just coming in and like, and we and her did this show together, and she told me those were all tests, because she'll call me and she's like, they lost the luggage. I need 20 looks for dancers to get here by tomorrow, like major stuff, and I was making it happen. And she told me later that those were just tests.
Wow.
But she tested me out before she actually hired me. Yeah.
For a year.
Yeah. And I have a book out called Makeover from Within. It is my memoir. So all of the things that we're going to be talking about today, if you want to take time out, go get that book. It is a great body of work, and it was therapeutic for me. And also, if you don't like reading, I did the Audible.
Good. So you're from Austin, Texas.
Yes.
And God said, get down there to Houston.
Yeah.
And you got down there to Houston. You had this amazing opportunity, and then it just changed your life completely.
Yes.
And you made lots of money. I want to know, while all of this was going on, did you take time and just absorb it, or were you just moving so that you didn't live in any of the moments? You just were moving and just...
When I got with the girls?
Yes.
Or just when I got with the girls, it didn't hit me until we got to China. And because I was just trying to I was absorbing, like you said, like the sponge. Miss Tina is such an amazing person. And just to see things move, because when I started, nobody would let us pull clothes. So everything was like custom. And we would like, Miss Tina would draw some sketches, and we're like in fabric stores, and everything that seemed like a curse at the time ended up being a blessing, because I learned fabrics. I learned, what worked for what, and so some of those things, like being able to go to a designer and get, the looks, we didn't have that at first. We had to really make things happen. So I really learned how to go to the fabric store and make things happen, and how to make things happen in the spur of a moment, because Destiny's Child was a vehicle. It was moving. It was like nonstop. So we were working and traveling like crazy. I went through like 3 passports with Destiny's Child. Yeah.
Wow.
We were gone. We were hitting it. And I learned so much from Miss Tina, just, like I said, just the beginning process. And so I never really took the time to just see how blessed I was, because I was just trying to make sure I do everything right. But when we got to China, we were at like the TRL of China. It was like all of these people were like stacked up in the window, and the girls were doing an interview. And Survivor, they started singing Survivor. And I was like, these people don't speak English. They are singing Survivor, and those words just really hit me, and I got emotional, because just seeing all the stuff I had went through and to being able to survive. So those lyrics to that song really touched me in a way.
So this happens, and then you get a break, you get a moment, and you like, ooh. How was your relationship like with Beyoncé when you got a moment to just like sit down, and like how was it with her and them receiving you as just like a person, like, and you telling them your story about you came from Austin,
Mm-hmm.
you were in the situation with the heart valve stuff with your friends, whatever. How did they like just embrace you?
I think, being so far away from my mom was in Austin, and Miss Tina, meeting her, she just has this motherly, if any of you met her, you just know she's like, so she became my other mother. And so the relationship had built, and Kelly and Michelle, I like build relationships whenever Michelle came to town, because she didn't know Houston, and she was in the group. And so me and her would go to lunch sometime. So it wasn't like it was, the relationship had grown to like family before, I even got on board, pretty much.
All these years done went by. Destiny's Child, all the albums, the thing, and then Beyonce goes solo,
Mm-hmm.
and then you're strictly doing Beyonce. Was it difficult for you to now say, all right, I am in charge of the look of one of the world's biggest stars?
Mm-hmm.
Does that add pressure to you? Like,
It still didn't add pressure. The pressure of wanting to be great was just me wanting. The pressure was on me as far as just wanting to outdo what I did the last time. But at that point, I did Kelly solo project. I did Solange solo project. I did Michelle solo project. I did, Destiny's Child back together. Then, so it's like they were already family. So it was like just making sure my overall ending is just making sure that they're happy.
so my thing is maybe what I need to be asking, like, how do you top the last look?
It's just going back and seeing what you did, you know what I mean? And not looking at what other people do. Once you get in that ball of comparing yourself to other people, that's where you slip and fall. Once we got to a place of being able to go to designers,
How long did that take?
it took a minute. Like it got a little bit better when Independent Women dropped, because now there's Charlie's Angels and Miss Tina did that video. That was an amazing video.
Yes.
Like she did her thing. And so I kind of came on board when Survivor. And it I don't know, it probably took like a year. Yeah.
How did you juggle your love life during that?
It was really hard. But the person I dated first, they allowed him to come on board and help me. So we were able to travel together.
Oh.
But it was hard at first. But yeah, that's how it worked.
Oh, okay. So you was able to take your boo with you, and
And
your boo was
travel.
able to. Was it the boo I met?
No. Mm-mm.
You done been through some boos.
Girl.
See, I told
this is
you.
where I need the drink.
I told you a silent assassin over there, honey. They
But I am a long-term kind of person. My relationships are very long. Yeah. Okay.
I've met one.
Next question.
All right, so we ain't gonna go in that place over there. So you wrote your book, and then when your book came out, you wanted to take time away from styling.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
I just got to a place of just wanting to do other things and learn more about myself. Obama, I talk about this in my book. Obama was like, you Beyonce stylist. He's like, where do you go from there? And it was like a touching moment, simply because I just really wanted to know what else was out there for me and learn more about myself. And so in that time frame of being off on the Run One, after On the Run One, I was given like 3 months off.
Mhm.
I just started doing other things and creating and learning more about myself and doing more motivational speaking, just talking and telling my story. And that leaving 10 years ago, and now I'm back, but 10 years ago, just that jump was...
That was 10 years.
It was 10 years.
Oh my
10
God,
years.
that was 10 years.
10 years. Yeah. And then during that time, God is amazing because he allowed me to see who was there for me, genuinely there for me. I am one of the nicest people on the planet
Yes, you
Earth,
are.
and I'm genuine and
Yes.
I'm real.
Yes.
But you learn who's there for you and who's there for you because of who you're attached to.
Mm-hmm.
And so showrooms started acting funny. People started acting funny because they thought I got fired. And so I would go do interviews about the projects I'm working on, and they would bring up stuff, but I never said I left. I just would work on, talk about whatever I'm there for. Somebody wrote an article about me being fired, all this stuff. And then like 3 months later, B asked me to dress up for the Met Gala. So they were like, oh shit, he's still there.
Right.
I'm forever going to be here. That's my family.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
And so it was just I think that shift had to happen for me to just find out more about myself. The first couple of months I was depressed because I was on a hamster wheel. And to get off of it, it's like, oh, like life is, I'm off payroll. You know, it was a big jump. And I'm glad I did it, and I'm glad I survived it. Simply just to know that my soul and my spirit, when it's time for change, I get uncomfortable. And I just face it. I fight it, and I just go for it. I take the jump, and a lot of people don't do that. I don't want to be one of those people who say woulda, coulda, shoulda. I like to do it and take. And the thing is, you got to make those jumps when you have true people that are going to support you and be there for you. Because I'm like, if it don't work out, I'm gonna go home to my mama. You know what I mean? But some people don't even have that option. Going home is not failure if you're going home to regroup and lay back out, lay the plan back out, what's next. So I continue to jump when my soul tells me to. I don't like to be uncomfortable. I don't like being somewhere where I don't want to be. I just go for it. And I know God got my back and the higher powers have my back. So I always do what the higher powers lead, because you might have in your mind that this is how my life is going to be laid out, but it'll remix, because I was doing heart valves and now I'm in fashion. So, the fear of jumping is something that I always go for it. Sometimes I get excited when I'm afraid of something, because once I take that step, it's like, it's a level up of me becoming who I truly am meant to be.
What's your sign?
Leo.
Ah!
My birthday's August 20th. I'll be 53.
Wow.
Yeah.
Look how God preserves.
Yeah. When you're a good person, you age better.
Yeah. Yes. Look how God preserves. And not only that, it's just it's so a message in what you said. Like you get uncomfortable with trying to stay the same. Like, okay, what's next? Like what I'm gonna do? Like what I haven't conquered that, and like I'm thinking about doing it. And so I just want to say, if I fail at it, I tried.
Yeah, yeah.
And I think people out there that sit at home and watch people and have the most awful, nasty, evil, vile opinions are people that won't follow or are afraid to go home and start over again.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not.
Yeah.
That's why when I started out on the internet, like my content was never starting out reading nobody. It was never this or that. Now I got into the reading and stuff because it was me defending myself. But my content started out with me eating, me sharing my life stories, me talking about, you know what I'm saying? And like, hey, I'm in this area of my life. I want to go to this place. I'm changing. And people started following me from that.
Yeah.
And just like, oh, this girl funny. She's interesting. And then like stuff started evolving for me. And it was the fact of I wanted to leave what I was formerly doing. I was in the adult field. I wanted to get out of it because I was like, this is not all this for me. Like, this is not the only thing. Like, God didn't create me just to do this.
Yeah.
I'm supposed to do everything that I saw in my vision. And like, I believe that everything that you're doing or you have done in your life, you probably saw it in a vision somewhere. Do you vision board?
I actually, I learned to be alone. A lot of people are afraid to be alone, but I notice when I'm alone, like I take trips by myself and I get the answers that I need when I'm by myself. I went from just always having to be in long-term relationships and being somebody had to be there to really learning how to be alone. And once you get that, the answers just kind of fall into place and you really get guidance when you learn to be alone.
You're able to hear the voice, or you're able to feel or see the pictures clearly. Because I do believe that things come to us as human beings in and dreams and pictures and like flashes and deja vu.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, wait a minute, I've seen this before,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just like, girl, the time when it's quiet and the window is closed and you're in a dark room.
And the sacrifice.
Yeah.
Like, you have to give up things and then the answers start coming in. I notice when I give up things and really just focus and pray harder.
Well, I'll tell you some stuff I gave. You don't have to interject into this. This is me.
Okay.
This is why I like to talk in the interviews too, because I can talk from the perspective of understanding what you mean. There was a time, like when I was getting ready to buy a house, my first house, I went stale on sex.
Same.
I went completely stale on sex because I was like, there's something that I want, and me being occupied riding dick
Mm-hmm.
had my mind all over the place and boys and shit. I was like, nah, let me unplug from this.
Mm-hmm.
And then ask the God, the universe, the creator, whatever it is that you want to call, let me ask, hey, I want to do something. I want to go to a different place in my life. I want to do something else. Let me unplug these dicks for me. Because there's too much energy being plugged in, too much outside other energy being plugged into me.
Mm-hmm.
So let me unplug this. Let me chill. Let me zen. Let me not even masturbate even.
Same.
Let me just get to a spot to where I can think and then be like, I want to buy a home. I want to change my life. I do not want to be in this a space no more.
Mm-hmm.
I did that. I didn't talk about it when I was vlogging. I just talked about like, me doing different spaces or going different areas in my life or whatever. And my house didn't come easy to me, but it wasn't as difficult as I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
And it was because I had saw it in my spirit and the creator put me on that path to get it.
Amen.
But I needed to, and maybe for some people out there that might mean you need to unplug from.
Sex, I stopped smoking weed, I stopped drinking, and just really just showing the higher powers that, I'm serious about this thing.
Yeah.
I want to change. And you get mental clarity once you start letting go of things that got a hold of you.
Yeah.
And even if you slip, it's like, now if I slip, because I'm human, I'm not perfect, but it don't have the same control of me that
I fell a couple times.
Yeah,
I slipped and fell on the dick.
I
Maybe
will
one or twice.
slip. You know what I mean? But at least I have mental clarity and also knowing, okay, reel this thing back in and don't allow it to take full control of me ever again.
I kind of go through that stuff like right now, Ty, when I'm because I go through phases of sex.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm also very much so like in a space where I don't let everybody touch me. I like, nah. When I used to be whorish and like used to be whorish and stuff like, oh, boy, Now it's very much so like, nah.
Uh-huh.
I can't let you can't touch me. You can't put your hands on me because now I'm more understanding about energy and energy transfer.
Yes.
I'm more, what's the word I want to use? I'm more, not susceptible, I'm more aware of it. I'm aware of it, like, because I remember me having sex with somebody and I was angry like for days. And I'm like, bitch, why am I so angry? That nigga transferred that shit to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it threw me off my thought process because I was so mad. And I couldn't figure out why I was mad. And then it was just like, girl, you shouldn't have fucked that boy, girl. Because your ass is not over here. You done
transferred.
You done transferred wherever.
Yeah, they just put that out recently too. Scientists that you transfer, basically you
it's a transfer of energy,
depression, whatever that person has.
So that's why you got to be people out here with these. And I'm not reading people with multiple partners because I was a girl.
Down.
Girl, I was multiplying partners. 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times 4 is
Okay.
16. 16 times 16, you know the rest.
Yeah.
I was multiplying partners, but that just, and I know biblically it talks about how every person that you lay down with, you get up with whatever spirit they had, whatever, And I know whatever. I just know that I was mad.
Mm-hmm.
And it was some shit. It threw me off. I was unbalanced,
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, okay. So now, when I'm really trying to focus on getting something, or I'm focusing on what this or hearing the spirit, I do what you do. I come out of there and be like, well, let me just, because I know sex can throw me. I'm a Libra,
Okay.
and baby, I know sex. I can get it.
Same.
I can.
Leo. You know Leos.
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh, because I'm a Libra, and I know that sex demon can get on me, and it could call out the darkness in me, and and I could be trapped in it. And I believe that's why in the sex business I was so successful. See, now I'm finna go there on my part, talking to you.
Yeah, come on with it.
I believe I was so successful in that business, in that field when I was in there, because I had something attached to me. Because I was super successful in that.
Mm-hmm.
Especially not being the status quo. I was always called a BBW. I found a niche that I capitalized off. I was fat, loud, I was well endowed, hairy in the areas or whatever, like while everybody else was clean shaven and skinny, I always danced to the beat of my own drum, but it was just like, and I believe that same thing, and I don't need y'all out there in the audience talking to me about that bullshit, telling me, that I'd have sold my soul or some shit. Because the girls will get into that when you start talking about what you realize. I used to hear this being connected to the spirit when I used to walk the street. I used to hear, don't get in that car. Don't do that. I was like, what the heck? Okay. Walk the back of this. Take this route. Go this way. Even when I'm in, that man is going to talk to you. This one.
Wow.
So, and
you was protected in those, and even
in that.
Yeah.
And it followed me which brings me down to, like I told Miss Tina when she was here, the spirit told me to go downstairs, Ty. I was mad about George Floyd and that girl, Iana Dior, getting beat up in around the same time George Floyd was murdered. And the spirit told me, I heard it, go downstairs and cuss, bitch.
Wow.
Go downstairs in your basement and cuss and fuss and read and talk about you being black, whatever. I did not know that Beyonce was going to absorb that. I did not know that. I had no idea that she was going to absorb that and be like, yes. I had no idea. I just know the spirit told me to cuss, fuss, and release. And we got this anthem forever. Forever. And it was the same way, like when I meet people, or I'm buying something, I can hear it. I knew it about RuPaul. I knew it. I was 14 years old, sitting on the floor, Indian style. And the spirit said to me, RuPaul is going to be your friend and y'all going to work together. I was 14. So I'm over here like, well, who said that? But you express this stuff and you say this stuff out loud, or what people start saying, oh, you crazy, or you worship something, or you, but it's like, no, sometimes you gotta sit still and listen. And
the thing is, we all get it. But some of us just refuse to listen because we want to go the wrong direction. You know what I mean? So that's how you get the sense of go this way, go that way. You get that right away, especially when you're leading down the wrong path. But a lot of us be like, I'm gonna just go this way anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I love the way that you protect Beyonce. I love it. Like you don't, even in the shadows, you sit back in the shadow and you be like, mm-mm.
Yeah.
Because I remember we were in New York at the City Winer show. You came out and the magazine was interviewing me, and I love the way that you was looking at me, but not looking at me from the place of, bitch, you better watch it. It was just looking at me from the place of, now you got this, Madison, because they were asking me things about Beyonce, and I was very clear, not just because you were there. I was very clear because I respect her as an artist. I respect her for what she's done to the world, But I love the way that you was looking at me like, yes. Now we talked and you told me that you were at a place once and you heard some people saying some very nasty things about her, and you told them like, hey, you told whoever was there like, now don't let them know that I was there. Don't let them know who I am. And I wanted to know, when you were listening to that stuff, you were listening to it to hear like, well, what is the jealousy for, or what is the thing for?
Yeah, it was. I was at a house party and these two guys were talking really bad about her. It was like the second tour, and my friends that know, they were like, and I was like, don't tell them. No, I'm good. Like, I'm not finna sit up here and be battling these boys. They got their opinion. That's their opinion. When they finished, I gave the guy, I was like, there will be 2 tickets waiting under your name at the Beyonce concert. And he went, and he is now a super fan. He had Beyonce parties and all of that. He was crying when she came and sung Dangerously in Love. So it's just like,
What do you think? I just want to know, what do you think that is with people? What is it? Is it a I would love to be in your shoes?
I don't know. Everybody is entitled to their opinion of what type of genre of music or whatever that they like, or whoever their favorite person is or whatever. But, my thing is to say someone is not talented or just talk bad about someone, and clearly that's not the case. But,
at all.
Yeah, but I mean, everybody's entitled to their opinion.
Yes. Like when we were leaving the Cowboy Carter tour, we were in the car, and all of us in the car, and we were riding down the street, and we said, and I don't give a fuck what y'all say down there in the comments, kiss my ass. We said that Beyonce is this generation's Michael Jackson. That's the way I feel, because we watched the way 4 nights of Atlanta, 80,000 people, every city, every state. Beyonce tickets could be $10,000. Those girls gonna pay that money. We see the way that her name just moves the things. And the stuff that pisses me off is when people are attempting to criticize her or attempting to put her in this space of like, well, or this one is better than this one. And I always say this: she is a Black woman who has to work 10 times hard as a Black person.
Mm-hmm.
Everything that she has, she's earned that. And people don't know how the industry works with any of that shit. Like, anytime you see Black people anywhere holding any space or the scrutiny and the way that people make it, where you have to, like, you can't give a little bit. You can't.
Mm-hmm.
The set got to be the biggest, the large. It got to be. It has to be. Because you're already judged from a place of, let me see how she gonna do that. Let me see how they gonna do that. Let's see how that's gonna work. And then they'll take the same energy and then they'll say, looking at somebody else that does half of that, a fragment of that, oh, this is the greatest thing I've ever seen. Even me, occupying spaces and stuff like that. It's just like, that was cute. It's like, girl, that's why I asked you how difficult it was for you to have to beat the look. Like to beat because it's just like they looking at your girls and you doing this. And I like that you said what kept you grounded was I was just challenging me. I wasn't challenging them. I was challenging me.
Because, with her, she's not looking at what the last person is doing. She's looking at what she's done the last time. And like I said, when you get to a space where you're looking at other people's and comparing yourself, that's where the depression and all the stuff, that's where you start slacking. You got to look at what you did and try to outdo that. And I'd just be amazed because that's how wonderful she is.
Yeah.
Because I'd be like, you came in upside down last time. How you gonna come in? What's next? Like, how you gonna outdo that? You danced in the ring of fire. How you gonna outdo that? And she just tends to always outdo it. And that's why I admire her. And I'm just so proud of her because just to see and to hear, like, when she was younger, the talks of what she wanted to do, and she's accomplished way beyond all those things. And I'm just really, really proud of her.
Do you gag?
I still gag.
Is this just gagging? Like every time that she
when I coming back, and I'm just like, I just look at her in awe because it's like she's just an amazing person all around and humble and just a hard worker and it motivates me to do better and be better. And anybody that's able to be in her space or touch her immediately get blessed. And she's just all around.
Oh, I
She's
know.
the best.
I know. She's an amazing woman. She's an amazing artist. I'm so glad that she has you in her life because you truly are there. You truly are there for her. You protect her. You protect her brain. I love the way that you stand to the side and you look. I'm telling you, when we was in New York, you was looking and they were asking me about that Beyonce. I think they were asking me something about, oh God, what was it? But you was looking at me. I was like, Ty, I got this. Trust me, I got this, honey.
Yeah, that's my sister.
I know. I know that's your sister, and that's my sister too. I got this, and because I understand. I understand that how people be looking for little things like.
Yeah.
I get it. What's next for you?
I'm working on a lot of projects. I have skincare coming out. I'm really excited about that. Eventually going to work on book number 2, and a lot of other things that I can't legally talk about right now.
Okay.
But I'm working on a lot of things. My goal is to just, I love making people feel good and stamping my brand in that way. And that's why if you follow me on social media, you know that, like, and so a lot of the things that I'm doing are just motivational and uplifting that are coming next.
Good. I'm gonna be there for the whole things. I love when we have our private time or whatever.
Yeah.
We want you to come out to the house when you get some time in Atlanta, so Mama could cook you up some stuff. I remember we sat at Bevy's house.
Yes, for Christmas.
For Christmas, yeah. And Bevy was losing her mom, and I think that we were both in an emotional space because I was talking to you about like when I'm on the road and my mom is has mobility issues. I had to choose. I want to because I know my mom watches the show. She don't like some words she don't like.
Yeah.
So she has mobility issues, and and she's getting older and stuff like that.
My mom has cancer, and she's been battling cancer for a couple of years now. She still go through chemo and all those things, and so that's what we were all talking about. Just when your superheroes start deteriorating, it's really a tough one.
It is.
Yeah, she's she has moments where I feel like she stopped fighting, but she's been fighting lately because she's coming to Las Vegas.
Yes, mama?
She just want to come gamble now. She don't want to come to the show.
Oh.
But her therapist is like, she's getting A+, so she's doing, I feel like, dealing with cancer and, those type of things, it's important to keep people happy, to fight, and also give them reasons to live. And so I plan on just giving her spot dates and stuff to keep her mobility and make sure, like, okay, we're going to Vegas. Okay, next, do good so we can come here. Because, staying in the bed and not doing and not moving, you tend to, she take 2 steps, she can barely breathe and stuff, but she's been doing really well. And I'm sorry for telling all your business, Mom, but I want you to do great, be better, and do good.
And she gonna do it. Because she gonna go down there and gamble up your money. So I'm at the last part of the show, Ty. It is called Ban It, Bitch.
Okay.
Now, some people are out here banning drag shows, LGBTQ plus books, and even our very existence, but we're flipping the script. What's something you would ban if you ran the world? So here's how it works. We each get 1 minute to make our case for what needs to go. Let me kick it off to show you how it's done. All right, so let me see what we talked about in this conversation. My name is TS Madison, and if I ruled the world, I would ban the metrics on what's great and what's not. I would ban the metrics on that because I get tired of putting my best foot forward with what I have and what I got, and people's like, oh, you could do better than that. Or that wasn't good enough, or you should look to this one to do better. I would ban the metrics on that because sometimes people are giving all what they got with what they have.
Mm-hmm.
I would ban people judging people based off of what they think is the status quo.
That was mine. Okay.
Well, shit.
Okay.
Well, and I would ban them having the ability. I mean, you should have free speech, but girl, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
You don't know what it takes to you don't know how the day starts or what it takes to be in it. So shut the fuck up, because a lot of times you girls be talking from a place and don't have no idea. You be talking from a spot, and if the shoe was on your foot, you would fumble it.
Yeah.
You couldn't hold the seat. And that's what I would goddamn ban.
My thing is this. I feel like, and that's why I got approached to do a lot of the judging shows, like after the Grammys, talk about the fashion and this, and this. And I'm like, I just don't believe in talking bad about people. Like this woman, she's up for this award. She done pay for hair and makeup, and this stuff ain't cheap these days, and the stylist. And, I just feel like it's not right to talk bad about people. Just period. Just fashion choices and all those things. And it's nothing wrong with having an opinion. I just wish you weren't able to post it. Like, I would ban negative comments.
Oh, you'd ban negative comments?
Negative comments.
Okay, so.
And it's just something that, we already dealing with life itself. And so I just feel like some things you just keep to yourself. And it's not fair for this woman to go on there and she's feeling pretty. What I do have to say now, as far as fashion is concerned, yeah, people gonna eat you up, but I notice that it's about confidence. So I feel like when I look at things, I'm like, oh, she don't feel comfortable in that. You know what I mean? So me being a stylist, I feel like when you're paying for this service, you still need to have a voice and be like, just because it's Givenchy look number one that everybody's fighting over, everybody don't carry those looks, properly because they don't feel confident. And I always say we're not born with clothes on. Our first outfit is our skin. So I feel like getting the client to a place of feeling comfortable and making sure they're part of the transaction. So when they hit the carpet, they feel comfortable. That's important.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you'd ban negative comments.
Mm-hmm.
Now listen, we've gotten past this. I do have maybe 2 more questions.
Okay.
What makes a great stylist? That's question 1.
A great stylist is, again, allowing your client to be part of the transaction, to me. I don't just show up and say, put this on. I'm like, how do you want to feel? Do you want to feel angelic? Do you want to feel sexy? Do you want to, you know what I mean? And also finding out what the client's insecurities are and get them to a place of not feeling insecure. you might be like, I don't like my legs or my knees. So let's do some hosiery, or let's do some body makeup, or let's just getting the person to a place of just truly loving themselves and being more confident.
I don't like splits going up the side because I have little marks from from where I've been have silicone injections
Mm-hmm.
that I have dark little circles. I don't like splits, and then there's sometimes that people want to make me something with a split, and I won't wear it.
Mm-hmm. Well, there's tricks.
I know.
Mm-hmm.
I've had them. Oh, you mean tricks to that?
Yeah.
That was a bad joke. It was a bad joke. Also, like, I don't like the way sometimes things gather on me, like in my stomach area, because and I try to convey this to people, like I don't like that. Like,
Yeah.
I don't want to wear that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to, like, don't come over here telling me because this is a brand.
And that's good. That's good. You have a voice, but some people you can tell when they don't. They just like that's the hottest stylist. Make me up. You know what I mean? But you still have to have a voice so you can carry yourself with confidence.
Yeah, because everybody, I've seen some carpet looks. I'm like, they don't the way they're walking in it, they don't feel confident in it.
You can tell when somebody feel good and beautiful. You know, and also a good stylist is okay with. I feel like everybody needs to communicate, because if the makeup ain't right, the look ain't right. If the hair ain't right, the look ain't right. So it's like being able to not have a chip on your shoulder and really communicate with each other and make it work as a unit. Because some people be like, I killed that hair or I killed that makeup, but it's like that dress is horrible. You know what I mean? Or that makeup is horrible. So it's just like when you move, you should all work together. And even with me, like, I don't believe a woman should go to the carpet with a train and not be out there. Like, I was probably like the first stylist to go out and make sure the train is laid out. I don't care how I look. I care about these pictures are timeless. And so now all the stylists are out there, but I literally was the first one. I used to have to fight to be out there. They'd be like, sir, you can't go this way. I know you're doing your job, but I need to do mine.
Yeah.
And I would be out there and laying those trains out on the girls, because it's important for those photos to not have a train gathered. Like, that's a train.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's why when they tell me I can't have no +1,
Yeah.
I'll be like, nah.
Yeah.
I need +2.
Yeah, because it's important to make sure there's no slips and
Yes.
all of those things.
And they'll push you, they'll shove you right out there.
Mm-hmm.
No, they'll shove you right out there on that carpet.
Mm-hmm.
And as a black girl, you ain't got but one moment.
Yeah.
And they'll catch you at the most terriblest thing.
That's what they look for.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you need to tell them, hey, I need a second.
Yeah.
Hold up. Because I done been in those places. I'm like, girl, I need to get my shit right. Like, like you got me, you rushing me through here because you trying to get this other girl that's coming through who's probably a bigger name than me or whatever. But I need my moment too, because I'm going in those pictures too, bitch. And I don't want my shit looking fucked up.
Right.
And so I done been to those spaces where, like, and I've been uncomfortable because I ain't like what it was. But it's just like, okay, well, let me get my train out. Let me get that horsehair, the flow out like that, girl. We in a...
Yeah.
I need that.
Yeah. They used to be so mad at me because they'd be like, get out the way, get out the way. It was like, hold on. Like, you'll get it when it's right. And so then they got used to me being out there. But I used to go out there and people be like, why you not smiling? It's not about me. It's about her. It's about whoever I'm out there, whoever my client is. It's their moment. It's not my moment. When you see me smiling, it's because it's my moment and I'm on the carpet.
Right.
Yeah.
So, and my last question is, as a stylist, do you stand to the side and you does the makeup artist and the hair person have to check in with you first?
No, it just depends on how things work. You know, it depends on the client, how the flow is. Like, if with me, I'll be like, how do you feel? What's the look? But a lot of times wardrobe is first and hair and makeup work around that. But it depends on if the person's like, I'm cutting on my hair next week, I'm going platinum blonde. So then I'll work around the hair. So I've always been the type of person to work around people just to make sure everything flows well.
But again, that was a professional answer of, yeah, it got to come through me. I need to see that. I need to see that. Let me see what the hair looking like. Because
Yeah.
if that hair falling on the shoulders and I got a dress that come up like this, I
Yeah.
need that hair to be over here so
Yeah.
that we can see so I got her a dress that's doing this.
Yeah.
And the hair don't need to be laying on this. And we need to do up. Like,
Yeah. But if you have enough time, a lot of times you don't get that amount of time. So it's just like, if you have time to plan out things, then if I get it early enough, then I will contact hair and makeup and say, this is a dress we're going for. So they have time to work around it. But sometimes you don't get a fitting until day of. And so you work around it. You kind of help each other. Yeah.
but you still gonna tell them, move that motherfucking hair
Yes.
off of that thing like
And
that.
will.
Yes. Move
That's what
that.
you want.
Because this look has to be
Yeah.
immaculate.
Mm-hmm.
And that one little hair sitting over here can mess that whole thing up.
Yep, it's true.
Yeah. Ty, it has been a pleasure. It's always a pleasure.
Always
sitting.
a pleasure.
Always. I didn't dig too deep, did I?
No, you did good. Y'all got a lot to cut. No, I'm joking. But I love you, and I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
Really, really proud
Thank
of
you.
you. Yeah.
Thank you. We've always supported each other. You've supported me a lot. I love the fact that you knew I was on Cozy and didn't say nothing to me. We had seen each other and everything. You ain't say nothing. That's why I was like, yeah, I love that. I love the way you protect her.
Mhm.
I love that. And I'm just now narrowing my team down to people who really protect me,
Mhm.
who really have my best interest,
Mhm.
who really love me. Because that's a hard thing.
Mhm. Yeah, you got to have peace of mind with your team and knowing that if you're not there, they're fighting battles for you. Yeah, it's important.
Very.
Mm-hmm. You got to have that sense of home.
Yeah. Yeah. Ty, I love you.
I love you down.
When we get back to, goddamn, when you come from Vegas and you come over there to Atlanta, come over there. We can fix you something.
Yeah, I'm vegetarian, Mom.
Ah!
So, no, but I can eat. I know you don't want to hear that. But, Mom, I'll eat the sides. Okay, listen, work with me. If you do greens, don't put meat in it for me. No, listen, the yams, I can eat mashed potatoes with green. I can eat stuff. I just can't eat stuff with meat in it, Mom. So and the green beans, Mom, you could do, just work with me, Mom. I can eat the sides. Just don't put meat in all the sides. And
oh my God.
I'm not a vegan.
I know about,
I'm a vegetarian.
oh my God. Oh
I eat cheese.
Oh.
Just work with me. Mom, just make me the sides, please. I love you.
I'm so tired of it. All my friends don't want to eat nothing but grass. I'm so tired.
Cabbage. I like cabbage with no meat.
Where y'all started all of this shit?
Yeah. Fried okra is my favorite.
Oh, God.
Chicken, it's a lot of stuff I can eat.
Damn.
Ma.
And she gonna do all that.
Thank you.
And
I
that's
love
the
you.
shit that pissed me off with my mama. She gonna do all that. Ain't gonna be no meat in the greens.
But okay, look, for my family on Thanksgiving, they make a separate pot. So when they making it, they just scoop it out and then they add the meat to the bigger pot. It works.
Y'all, this has been Outlaws with TS Madison. My guest has been the illustrious Ty Hunter. We'll see y'all soon. I love you, Ty.
I love you too.
Vegan
Thank
ass. God the damn camera. Oh my God.